today's video break. Psalm 32:8 says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. I love it that David was not willing to go places that God wasn't leading him. And so God gives him this assurance that if you're willing, that's so key, if you're willing to be led, God opens up this place for us to go to places that we can't even imagine. If you're willing to be guided, if you're willing to be counseled, if you're willing to be one of those people who can be instructed in the way that they should go. Or are you one of those people that try to figure it out all on your own and determine the steps ahead based on what maybe, there's all different kinds of ways that we can determine how we're going to make the next steps in life. But God does fulfill the desires of our heart when we're seeking Him. And so sometimes we have to ask ourselves, can we truly be led? It says something amazing. A true servant is someone who says, not my will be done, but your will be done. And be willing to follow even when it seems like, what in the world is going on? I don't understand. But still be willing to say, God, I'm willing to go. Sometimes it's just that God is looking for. And being led is a condition of the heart. That's the place where true people, that's where the true self comes out. And if you're not willing to be led, if you're not willing to be guided, if you're not willing to humble yourself and go to the places and say the things that God is instructing you to say and do, such as go and make disciples of all nations, that is something God isn't an option. That's our calling. And so when He says, come follow me, He means, come follow me. And what does that look like? That looks like even in the midst of your workplace, even in the midst, if your workplace is at home and you're a mother that is training and teaching children all day long, I applaud all your efforts, no matter where you are. Maybe you say you're retired. I want to say you don't stop following even though you're retired. God has us in continuous motion with Him. That's what I get from this psalm. It's like a continuous motion that He's saying, we don't wake up one day and instruct our ways. We wake up learning the instruction of God's way. But it begins right here. Is your heart stubborn, insisting on its own way? Or is your heart willing to say, okay, I will go. Teach me your ways. Are you willing to be led? Or is it just in the forefront of your mind always to be the one leading? We can't be true leaders until we're willing to be led by the Lord. We just can't. Because that's where this faith leader is birthed out of, is this place where you're following the Lord who is leading you. So, have you got in line and are willing to be led? Somebody or someone is leading you and me, regardless if we want to admit it. Wouldn't we love it to be the Lord leading our heart, instructing it, guiding it? You have that choice. So do I. Be blessed following